we ended off the year going strong with about 25,000 subscribers. And now I'm looking forward to 2017 with a new mountain to climb. And I'm looking at 100,000 subscribers at the end of 2017. Gentlemen, this is ScrapMan bringing you a jam-packed episode, 100,000 subscriber special, 2017 recap vlog, situation update, and office tour, all packed into one video. So we're going to be taking a look at some of the major events that happened throughout the year, including an update on what's happened with my channel since the scam, because there's still been a lot going on behind the scenes since my channel has been back. And then we're going to end it off with where I am today, with a setup tour so you can see where I spend all my time making the videos that you guys watch. So we started off this year with around 25,000 subscribers, a quarter of where we're at now. And that's when I made a New Year's vlog recapping all of 2016, which included the birth of the channel. So if you want a full recap of the entire channel up to now, then you should watch the 2016 vlog first, and then come here to continue where we left off. But that New Year's vlog was actually the first time my face was ever shown on the channel. But despite doing the face reveal, I wasn't quite ready for a full face cam, since I didn't actually have a webcam or any lighting at that point. So gameplay videos continued as normal. And believe it or not, I was actually still using a laptop at this point. This laptop. And I don't know if you can see this, but this laptop doesn't even have a W key anymore. It broke, and I tried to fix it, and it made it much worse. But in February, all of this changed. Your viewership and support was enough to allow me to invest in my own custom PC, which you're going to see at the end of this video. And this was a huge upgrade from what I was used to working on. And it was my real big start into actually investing into gaming as a career. And come March, I invested even further and got myself all the equipment needed for Facecam. But it was still a bit of a foreign concept for me. I know I wanted the Facecam to fit the channel in a special way, but I hadn't quite figured it out just yet. So things looked a little weird starting out. But shortly after, I made probably one of my favorite videos this year, which was a Q&A video highlighting your reactions to me doing Facecam.
After months of requests and requests, ScrapMan, please make a Facecam. ScrapMan, can you get a Facecam? Could you use a Facecam? When's Facecam? Facecam vids. Use the Facecam now. Facecam.
So if you want to learn a little bit more about me and have some fun seeing some of the reactions to Facecam on the channel, then there will be a link to all of the videos that I mentioned in this episode down below in the description. And March was also the same month that we got our first dog, Cass, who is the German Shepherd Husky that you've seen on the channel, and also on the Instagram if you're following that, link in the description. So then this brings us to April, which marked the official 1-year anniversary of the channel. And this is where I started expanding the channel by opening up the Discord, which has become such an integral part of my content, from the speed build series to the community base build, like the suspended mountain base and the future military base that we're working on now, and just the general sense of community that was enhanced so much more with a place for all the scrappers to hang out and socialize. The 1-year anniversary video is also a pretty fun one. You should check that out too if you haven't seen that.
The content of this video is reserved for only the truest of ScrapMan fans.
So the next big events to happen were in June. We had a few big events on the channel. The beginning of June marked the birth of the longest running and most successful series on the channel, the famous and infamous Suspended Mountain Base. I think it was like a whopping 24 episodes we did, but the very first episode was on June 9th, and that marked the beginning of the bridge memes. So much time spent on those bridges. And then fast forward to June 30th, and that is when we celebrated 50,000 subscribers. Twice as much as what we started the year off, but half as much as what we ended the year off. So then this brings us to July, where a little bit of bad luck actually hit me. I had about $1,000 worth of camera gear stolen from the trunk of my car, and this was gear that I had actually planned on using for recording outside of the office in the future. So that was a pretty saddening event, but there's a silver lining. I was in such a bad mood after that happened that I was having a really hard time getting myself to record a video for the next day, and I almost just gave up. But I decided not to let one bad thing lead into another, and spur of the moment, I just decided to do a speed build challenge with the scrappers in the Discord.
I posted an announcement in the Discord, and you guys were very supportive, and you weren't very happy about not getting an episode, so it kind of made me want to do at least something, and I feel like I want to do something to show my appreciation to you guys. So right now, I'm going to post a message in the Discord. I'm going to create a new text channel. It's probably going to be very confusing for you all, but I'm going to ask you to give me quick challenges and see what happens.
And this is the origin story of how the speed build challenges started. So out of a tragedy came a triumph. Now we have a new series on the channel that involves you even more. So all in all, I think it was worth the loss. But I still haven't gotten around to replacing all that camera gear, but maybe one day that'll happen and I'll be able to do some recording outside of the office and add some more vloggy stuff into the videos, if that's what you guys want to see. Is that something you'd like to see? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. So August and September was actually pretty smooth sailing on the channel. September is actually when we got our second dog, Ty, the golden retriever, who is actually getting super big now. I'll have some before and after videos at the end of this video so you can see the difference. But things were actually going really well for YouTube as a career. So well, in fact, that my wife and I actually started looking into renting our own house in Vegas instead of living with family in California. And then suddenly, very suddenly, at the end of September, we found a house, and within 3 days, we were packed up and moved right into this house on October 2nd. And it was an exciting but scary change. A lot of new responsibilities were placed on us. Rent, getting the utilities and the internet all set up and paid for, trying to find furniture so we have places to sit and eat, even like kitchenware and all that stuff. Like, we didn't really have much to take with us. So it was a bit overwhelming, but nothing could have prepared us for what happened 3 days later on October 5th. Before we even had a chance to settle into our new home, the dawn of the Scrapocalypse, as it will forever be known from henceforth. The day my channel got deleted. This was without a doubt the toughest thing I had to endure in 2017. Perhaps one of the toughest things in my entire adult life. This YouTube channel and the community built around it has become such a huge part of my life and my future. It's what keeps me occupied day after day. It's what supports me and my family now and at least for the near future and hopefully even longer. And to have all of that hard work just stripped away in a matter of minutes was really devastating. I went an entire month without the channel, and if you want a detailed overview of what I actually had to go through during that month, then I'll leave a link down in the description to the video I made when my channel came back. So then this brings us to November 5th, exactly 1 month after my channel was deleted. It was resurrected from the dead. I had lost about 4,000 subscribers, but for the most part, it was intact, and it was time to rebuild. I started getting back into making daily videos and uploading content just as if nothing has changed, but it wasn't as smooth sailing behind the scenes as I may have made it seem in my videos. I had the channel back, yes, but I was not out of trouble yet. Many of you know that I still didn't have access to my AdSense account, which is how I get paid from YouTube. So while I was still making content throughout November and December, I hadn't actually been paid at all since September. And after just spending a bunch of money on moving and trying to settle into a new house and paying new bills, I was really in panic mode these last couple of months. I ended up having to borrow money from friends just to afford rent, and it's been a really difficult time. And then on top of that, my YouTube channel wasn't the only thing affected by the security breach. Throughout the entire month of November, I was discovering that account after account had been compromised. My Steam account got hijacked for a few days, my PayPal account, my emails, my Amazon account, pretty much every single account I had been compromised. And then, even after changing my passwords and updating all my security stuff, my Steam account got hijacked a second time. And the fact that I had changed my passwords and my account got compromised again made me suspect that there might actually be something on my PC recording my information. So I had to reinstall my entire operating system and wipe my hard drive completely to ensure that any trace of any viruses or keyloggers were wiped from the system. And since then, I've re-updated all of my security to my accounts, changed my passwords again, and I haven't had any further issues, luckily. But Getting all of my software and settings set up again was actually a nightmare, and things still don't work quite the way they used to before the reinstall, and I'm still trying to deal with some troubleshooting and stuff, but I'm still getting videos out. I'm still able to record. It's just the editing process has slowed down a bit, unfortunately. But that brings us to December 21st, only last week. After 3 months of zero income, imagine trying to start a new life in a new place with no income for 3 months. But December 21st, I finally got paid for the first time since my channel had been deleted. All of the money that was owed to me before the channel was deleted, all the money that I had made after my channel came back, finally was paid to me, so I was able to start rebuilding my life outside of the channel. I was able to pay off the debts to my friends that had helped me out and finally start working towards furnishing the new house, which I am currently in the process of doing. So if you want a house tour, you're gonna have to wait a little bit. Still not settled in because I'm just getting started now. And then that brings us to today. It is New Year's Eve. I had made the prediction at the very, very beginning of the year that I was going to try to get 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. And December 30th, it happened. 100,000 subscribers. And to be honest, I gotta give a big shout out to Neebs Gaming. They actually, a couple of days ago, did a video where they mentioned what happened to my channel and that my channel got deleted. And I got a little bit of a boost in subscribers, which I think actually saved me from being like a day late. I honestly think I may not have made the 100,000 mark if it wasn't for their little bit about me. So Neebs, thank you guys for helping me reach my 2017 goal of 100,000 subscribers. So then that brings us to today, New Year's Eve. I hope you guys have been enjoying your New Year's Eve, and I hope you guys have a great new year. For those of you who are wondering, the dogs are doing great. I promised you a before and after video to see how much Ty has actually grown. So here is October, the first day that we actually moved into this house. This is them exploring and playing in an empty room, and you can see just the size difference between Cass and Ty. Then fast forward to just a few days ago where they were playing in the master bedroom, and as you can see, Ty's gotten a little bit bigger. He's a little bit bigger. He's a little bit more of a formidable opponent for Cass, and they definitely like to play rough. So they've been enjoying the new place, and it's been really nice to finally get settled in here. So now you guys are probably wondering, what about my office? What does this whole setup actually look like? So here we go. This is the doorway. We're walking into my office right now. Clearly you can see the green screen with my chair in front of it. I don't actually use the chair though. When I'm doing my videos, I'm actually standing. So let's actually get ourselves into recording mode here. We got to turn some of these lights on. You see these lights behind my desk here? I get this fancy little remote. Just press this button and pew, there you go. These are the lights that make my green screen and my face kind of all light up and get nice and pale for you. So I got to move the chair out of the way if I'm going to record here. Going to be able to stand and do my videos. So I usually just put the chair over here, go back to my desk, and you can see this little control panel on the side. I go in and press number 2 is my setting, and that'll automatically raise the desk up very, very slowly but steadily up to my recording height, which is around 44.8 inches, as you can see. Now, if I wanted to like fine tune it, what I love about this desk is I could just go up or down to any point that I want, but I have the number 1 is my sitting memory, and number 2 is my standing memory settings. So that's the desk. I got my guitar over here. I'm also a musician. Guitar is my main instrument, and I've been happy to get back into that recently. And I got my piano over here. I'm not very good at it, but it allows me to actually play into my recording software with MIDI, and that's really nice. So now if I was actually going to record, I'd bring my microphone over here. I'd have it right in front of my face, above my keyboard. It's not going to get in the way of the hands or anything when I'm playing my games, but this is pretty much what the recording setup is going to look like. This is a Shure SM7B microphone, a somewhat recent upgrade from the Blue Yeti I was using before. And you can see it is mounted on the Rode PSA-1 boom arm, I think it's called. And let's get this out of the way here for now while I go ahead and show you what everything is hooked into. So the microphone's hooked into a preamp processor called the DBX286. So I'm able to do a little bit of processing before it goes into the computer. We got a compressor, a de-esser, an enhancer, gates, and we have control over our output volumes as well. There's a little doll that my wife got me from a trip to Japan. We got a wireless charger there on the desk, and here is the audio interface. I have a Focusrite 2i4, which my microphone and processor is hooked into. And then this goes out to my headphones, which are some Audio Technica, I think 250X. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I'll correct it with a text on the screen if I got it wrong. But yeah, those are some new headphones that I got not too long ago as well. Another amazing upgrade. And this is my gaming mouse. It is a Logitech G700S. It's got the thumb buttons. It's got some settings for different speeds, like different DPI speeds and mouse wheel scroll things as well. It's pretty fancy. I like it a lot. And this is my wireless keyboard. It is, I think, a K800. Logitech K800. I really love the way it feels. It is very, very quiet, very, very soft on the fingers. So on the left over here, I got some 24-inch monitor. I got a 24-inch Asus monitor. And then on the right over here, I have a 27-inch Asus monitor. They're the same kind of monitor, just different sizes of the same brand. So then for face cam, we have my Logitech C922 up here. This is what I record all of my face cam things with. We go ahead and look behind our monitors, and they are mounted on some monitor mounts, which are amazing. It saves so much desk space as opposed to having like a monitor stand taking up all that space on your desk. I would highly recommend getting those if you've never thought about that before. So now let's get back to the actual computer over here. So inside this computer, I have a GTX 1070 graphics card. And for a processor, I think I have a i7700K. I got about 32 gigabytes of RAM and two 500 gigabyte SSDs that are running RAID 0. I got some external hard drives here on the top that are holding some other files as well. And you can see some other things that are hooked in there in the front, like my keyboard and a Bluetooth connector. But yeah, that pretty much sums up the entirety of my office here. Let's do one final pan around of everything that's in here. We got my chair off to the side, the green screen, and then you can see I don't have a lot of space other than everything that's in here. It's pretty well compacted. But that pretty much does it. If you want more details of what's in the computer, go ahead and check the link to my YouTuber setup in the description as well. Oh, and yes, my computer is actually sitting on the box for the computer case because I haven't actually gotten around to getting a side table yet. And you know, don't look at the cable management. I just like to let my cables breathe. I don't like them to be too cramped here. On that note, I think I want to thank you guys for watching this video and thank you guys for all of the support throughout this past year, getting me to my goal of 100,000 subscribers. I think this is a great note to end on here. We're going to go ahead and turn off the lights, and I'm going to say that this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.